breezy out here today, you all. Nice and breezy.
You see, there's just one thing I would like to know. What's the problem? What's the problem? Tell me, what's your problem? So what's the problem? Five, four, three, two, one. What's the problem? Tell me, what's the problem? So what's the problem? Tell me. Five, four, three, two, one. So what's the problem? Tell me. I wanna know. Oh, tell me. So what's the problem? I wanna know. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So what's the problem? Tell me. I wants to know.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of So What's the Problem with our host, Loretha Simon. The Thursday night at 7 p.m. lineup just does not feel right without our host. Welcome to the show. Welcome.
Hello there, Angie B. Hello, everyone. I am thrilled as I can be to be with you again on So What's the Problem?
Yeah, it seems like it's been longer than a week, but there's been so many things happening. And before you bring your guest on, would you please tell us what you got a chance, the history that you got a chance to witness yesterday?
Oh my goodness, I got a chance to witness the unveiling of the Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune statue at Statuary Hall at the Capitol Building in Washington, D.C. And Angie B, I'm telling you, I'm a native of Orlando, so I'm a native Floridian, and I've only lived in Daytona Beach for close to 13 years, but I was so touched.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just wonderful. I was so proud. How about you?
Yeah, I tried to tear up. RT was like, "Hey, pull it together." It, as people just kept continuing to talk about her history, how she came here, she had $1.50, she had these, she had, and it's like, what's our problem?
I don't know, but I tell you, I was so proud. And let me tell you another thing. I have started to walk regularly at the brand new Daytona Esplanade, Riverfront Esplanade. It's on Beach Street in downtown Daytona Beach. And the city has already installed the platform where her bronze statue is going to be installed, and she's going to be overlooking none other than Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune Boulevard.
I'm thrilled. I always want us to be able to share something historic with somebody younger.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure you got to do that right now with your next gift.
Yes, I am. I'm about to bring on Rosie Basquin. I should have asked Rosie how to properly pronounce her last name, but she's going to do that for us. Come on, Rosie.
Hello, everyone. Hi, how are you guys? Thank you for having me.
Hi, Rosie. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you in a bit, Angie B. Okay, Rosie, go ahead and introduce yourself just briefly to my audience.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Rosie Basquin. You said it correct.
Oh, good.
And yes. And I am owner and publisher of All Rosie Writes and Publishing.
Okay, so that's what's so fascinating to me, Rosie, is that not only are you an author, but you have actually created and established your very own business, and it's called All Rosie Writes.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about how you did that, Rosie.
Starting my business, I always say kind of just came to me as an accident. I started off writing blogs. My website started off as just blog writing, just simply just sharing my thoughts.
Uh-huh.
And then eventually I was approached by my first author, Janisha. She wanted to write a book. So we created her first book. And then from there, I published my own children's workbook. So I kind of just catapulted into a space where I essentially help people achieve their dreams and write stories for them, help them publish their stories, things of that nature.
Okay. Well, I find that fascinating, Rosie, especially once I had an opportunity to go on your website and take a look at some of your blogs. Rosie,
Oh,
you are so talented when it comes to writing. I
thank you. I
mean,
appreciate
it just took me away, Rosie.
it. Really? Thank you. I really appreciate that. It really means a lot.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so some of the ones that you have are okay, let's see. Hold on. Where did I put the blog? Okay, so some of them are called okay, Rosie. I can't find. Oh, Land of Milk and Honey.
Yes. Yes.
Road Runner.
Yes.
I Am a Queen.
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Hill.
Yes. Those stories kind of just come about from just my own personal experiences. There's a lot of like fiction in them too, but I kind of just like to write from the heart, whatever I feel like God compels me to share. And I kind of just put it out there.
Well, yeah, but Rosie, everyone can't write like that, my dear. I mean, the details. It's details, Rosie. Okay, so why are details so important?
I think that's what makes a story special. I think, I mean, people like, I mean, I feel like movies and stories are predictable nowadays. I feel like they all kind of have the same, like structure as far as like there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. There's always going to be a rising point and a low point. But I think it's how you construct the story is the most important part. So how you write those details, how you explain the story. So like, you can write someone walk to a park and that's great, but you want to create an image for someone. So saying someone skip to the park is a lot better because now it's like, ooh, they're skipping. What are they doing when they're skipping? It's easier to paint an image in someone's head. So I don't know. I think I'm good at it.
Yeah, you're very good at it, Rosie. And so you built upon your blogging. Now, what I also noticed, Rosie, is that your blogging goes back for years.
Yeah, I mean, it's about, I would say maybe like 3 years in the making. I write on my own website, but that's not even all of it. I used to write for a online and print magazine, Pretty Women Hustle. I've written for Newbie and Impulse. I've written for a few different article magazines and stuff. So it was kind of my niche for a while in the beginning.
Really, it really
Yeah.
is. So Rosie, tell me about the name Rosie. I think that name is just so adorable. How did you? Okay, ask your mother. I need to know now.
It's so the story that she always tells me is my mother's full name was Uzdel, so it's Haitian. Yeah, French. Yeah. It's kind of hard for people to pronounce. It's hard for people to spell. So people just call her Rose. And in school, she always told me like she like never wanted people to have the same issue as far as like trying to enunciate my name. So she was like, I'll just call you Rosie. Sweet, simple, easy peasy. And I feel like honestly, I feel this name is perfect for me because everyone tells me it fits my personality so perfectly. So I just feel like it was
Yeah.
meant to be.
Oh my gosh. So Rosie, have you ever spent any time in Haiti?
Yes, I have. I visited there a few times.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you wouldn't know this, but my husband was of Haitian descent. His name was Alex Simon.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sounds
so,
about right.
so my last name is Simo. And
Okay, that makes
uh,
sense.
it was very challenging while we were married because he was fluent in several languages, and of course he deferred to Creole because that was just his native tongue. And so I only learned a few of those words. Um, and he's no longer with us. He had sickle cell, but he was a wonderful person. He came from a wonderful family. His father was a physician in
Mhm.
Port-au-Prince, and he just had so much pride, Rosie. But I've never been to Haiti.
Haitian men, Caribbean men.
So, Rosie, I see that you also, because of your business, All Rosie Writes and Publishing LLC, you do consulting and writing, you do marketing, and of course, you do publishing. But it says you do content writing, copywriting, and ghost writing. That's a lot of writing, Rosie.
Yes. So writing is not my number one first love. That's where the blog started. So the bulk of my business is writing. I love to write stories. I love to write anything and everything. So a lot of those services, as far as ghostwriting, as far as copy content writing, I find a lot of people have troubles finding the right words to say when they're putting out a website, when they're trying to write a book, when they're trying to write just a quick summary for something or how to articulate an article about something. So I kind of just came with, and I feel like a lot of people always come to me for help in that area. So it was kind of just like second nature, like, oh well, let me offer the service to others. Let me help them find those right words and plug in those right words that they're missing. Because I think I don't know, everyone says writing is so hard, but it comes so easy for me. It really does. Like
Yeah, it comes
I
so
love
easy.
it.
It's just your gift. So Rosie, tell the audience what exactly is copywriting? What is that?
So, copywriting is literally just a big word for text on a page. Copywriting is simply just creating content or creating text that fits whatever product you're selling, whatever market you're going towards. So, it's kind of just like if someone wants to write a website, that would be like copywriting because they need to have an about me page. They need to have a biography. They need to talk about their products, what makes their essentially answer all the essentially my job is to help them guide them to answer all these questions that the consumer mind is looking for. Well, why am I buying this? Why should I buy this? What is it good for? So I'm kind of just helping people articulate that in words.
Mhm.
So it's kind of just what copywriting is.
Okay, well, that was very good. Now go ahead and tell us what is a ghost writer? Because I can remember years ago, Rosie, when I thought of the word ghost writer, I imagine they named it that because the ghost writer is not in the forefront. I'm imagining their name probably never even appears in the publication. Is that true?
Yes, correct. So
Okay.
ghostwriting is very background. I sign essentially kind of just whoever I work with. We kind of just work on their ideas, what they want. They kind of tell me like exactly like what they're looking for. I kind of just try and connect with whoever as well as I can, and then essentially ghostwriting is like it is. I write for them, but they get the credit for it. My name is nowhere on it.
Right.
Um, yeah, I'm kind of just like very much in the background, but I think I love that too because I mean, there's tons of words. I don't mind sharing it. So please take them, right? Put your name on it. Like absolutely. Like I don't mind sharing my gifts. So that's where the ghostwriting comes in.
That was just amazing,
Cool.
Rosie. I'm
Yes.
really fascinated. There's Angie B.
I just want you to know, Rosie, we have a viewer, Debbie Elliott Scarborough from Tifton, Georgia, says that your name definitely fits you.
Oh,
Definitely.
Thank
Rosie,
you.
it does. It really does, Rosie. You're just Rosie.
Oh, I appreciate that.
yeah. So, Rosie, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back because I'm loving what I'm hearing. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Loretha, she's
Yeah,
so precious. Oh,
she
my.
really is.
Yeah. And got a heart of gold.
A heart of gold. Yes, it comes right through, doesn't it?
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Okay, Loretha, we'll be back in just a minute.
Okay.
Hey everyone, this is Tamara here. I am actually coming to you live from the Boss Woman Getaway Conference. You know me, I am just a bold, beautiful, bald boss. And I want to tell you to not forget to workshop that's coming up in July. So this is my minority woman veteran-owned business certification workshop that I am carrying out for those who are for-profit organizations. This way you could go ahead and make certain you get that certification, because once more, you want to keep in mind that there are different designations of contracts for individuals with that designation. You want to know more about it? Look for the information at the bottom of the screen, and we'll make certain that we see you there. It's time to get your copy of the brand new audiobook by Angie B. and Barty Productions, Books and Besties. This audiobook features stories written by Loretha Simon, Tamala Lucas, Barty the author, April DeBro, Chanel Coleman Wesley, Dr. Barbara Buchanan, and me, Evangelist Angie B. Sponsored in part by insurance agent Debbie Scarborough with AMBA, Business with a Heart with Tahara Thompson, Triumphant Magazine from Teresa Jordan. This audiobook features a special highlight from the Fresh Book Festival. And Volusia Business Women. Attention please. Books and Besties. The audiobook, Volume 1, is now available. Be sure to contact any of these authors to purchase your audiobook. Produced by Angie B. and Barty Productions and narrated by me, the Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie B. Save the date in October and come see my girl Loretha in Tampa. Woo.
Yes, isn't that exciting, Angie B? I'll be giving my testimony. I've been invited by Dr. Vernette Rozier, Dr. V. Come sit, gather. Oh, it's so exciting. Thank you, Jesus.
And I'm so grateful because she says free admission to the conference if you stay at the hotel.
Yes, if you stay at the host hotel. That's a great deal. It really is.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to grab Rosie.
And, come on, Rosie.
I'm going to take her with me.
You're going.
Okay, Rosie, before time runs out, tell us a little bit more about the books that you published. I believe your author's name is Janisha Forrester Taylor. Is that correct?
Yes. So that's my very first author. Woo, go Janisha. Her very first book was The Cycle Between Us. It is available on Amazon and my website, rosiewrites.com. That book is just a little bit about breaking generational curses. So it just speaks about three generations of women and how they're overcoming different trials and tribulations through going through the system, teenage pregnancy, abuse, domestic violence, things of that nature. So just kind of just how she overcame that journey. That's a great story. I definitely recommend it for anyone and everyone. It has a great testimony.
It sounds very interesting.
Yes, that was our very first book. That was awesome. And then also, hey, girly, there she is.
Hi, Tanisha.
Yes, so definitely check that out. And then I published an animatastic adventure. It's a reading comprehension workbook for children grades K through 5. It has 3 different short stories in there. So it kind of just takes children through different reading levels. And it just helps them grasp the stories, understand reading comprehension, critical thinking. It has games and back. So, kind of just promoting education, but in a fun story way.
Oh my, that sounds so fabulous. I mean, it's just interesting because of that word you used, animatastic.
Yes.
How do you spell that? I'm trying to Google. What? Say that again.
And yeah, can you say that 5 times? Animatastic. I think I made up that word because a lot of the stories, they're all based on animals. So it's like, it's an animatastic adventure. Animals, it's fantastic. So it's animatastic.
Oh my goodness, she's making up her own word. You can end up in Google or that is you are so creative, Rosie. You really just pure God-given talent.
Aw, thank you. I really appreciate those kind words. I really do.
That is fantastic. Now, I was impressed by when I was on your website, which is www.allrosiewrites.com. I'm telling you, audience, you should go and check it out because, first of all, it's a very nice website.
Yeah.
Very nice. And then her blogs are there. She has a store. But then the treat to me was the Kids Corner.
Yes.
Okay. So what's the Kids Corner all about?
So the Kids Corner is the way I connect to children. I think my passion, my first love is children's books. It's connecting with the youth. It's educating the youth. So Kids Corner just has an array of short stories, hopefully that kids can just read in their spare time and engage. Silly enough, I made a YouTube channel as well for Kids Corner, and it kind of just also animates those stories that I've written. So, and most kids don't like to read, so you can watch it on YouTube.
Oh, wow. That sounds fascinating. So they can watch your channel instead of watching cartoons on TV all day long.
Yes.
Because your channel is actually teaching them because reading is fundamental, but oftentimes children are held back because of the comprehension part that comes along with reading.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's the most important part. Most children don't grasp what they're reading or don't understand it, or the words are too big. And a lot of the parents, they don't have the time to sit and nurture their children or try and, pour into them. So it's like, well, let me do it. So I definitely don't mind. I don't mind helping for sure.
Well, I can vouch for Rosie because today I listened to Sammy the Sea Turtle. And let me tell you, Rosie, girl, I thought I was a sea turtle by the time.
I love that. That was my very first story that I wrote. And I don't know why I'm so obsessed with turtles, but I love that story.
Well, do you have a pet? Do you have a pet turtle?
No, I don't. But you know what's crazy? I feel like people always say God speaks to them in signs or something. So one of my favorite places to write is at the lake. And every single time I'm at the lake, there's always a turtle that'll pop his head out of the water and say, hey. So to me, I feel like that's God saying, hey, what up? Hey. So I feel like that's what inspired that very first story.
That's awesome, Rosie. That is really awesome. So I read in your bio that not only did you graduate from the University of Florida,
yes, don't Trump.
but that you graduated with a master's degree in forensic science. Now, when I think of forensic science, I think of those TV shows, some of those shows on television. Is that in fact forensic science?
Yeah, like CSI, Bones, all that stuff. Yes, I used to be a crime scene investigator.
Oh.
Yes, I used to fight crime.
Are you kidding me, Rosie?
No, I did that for like, yeah, I did.
Oh my gosh. That is amazing, Rosie. So you can go to a crime scene and help determine what happened?
Yes, we used to, yeah, when I was in Gainesville in school, I worked at the sheriff's department there, and we would go to cases, we would handle the cases, we would go to court. Literally, what you see on TV is not exactly what we do, because
Of
obviously
course, it's
TV,
TV, right?
but I mean, for the most part, yeah, literally waking up at 2 a.m. to try and figure out who shot who. Yeah.
Okay, so what about the gory part? I mean, could you do the phlebotomist thing or no?
It's not crazy enough. It's not hard, unfortunately. Like, not to sound like too crazy, but like I've seen some stuff. So like I've assisted in autopsies. I've seen some
Really?
things. I've definitely been exposed to a lot of the world. I think it just opened up my eyes and gave me a new perspective. Oh, Mr. Hill is funny enough, like a play on words of one of the cases that I used to be on. So definitely check that out.
Oh, yes, you definitely want to check out Rosie's blog. Rosie's blog is just fascinating. I mean, it's just so creative, Rosie. Girl, I can see you. I'm prophesying right now. I can
Please.
see going and moving and expanding and growing. I mean, you are absolutely a director's dream. You could be a director
Oh,
yourself because you're so creative.
thank you. That's so sweet. I'm hoping one day we're actually on a mission for the cycle between us to turn it into a movie. So we can turn that book into a movie. That'd be super great. So
Oh, that
it's our
would be
next
super
goal.
great.
It's gonna be an audiobook and then a movie.
Well, I'm telling you, you did a great job reading Sammy the Sea Turtle.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
it was
Speaking
really
of like just reading, oh, sorry, go ahead.
uh-huh.
Oh, I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I thought it took you off. But yeah, just reading comprehension. I'm just going to do a quick shameless plug. July 30th, I'm having back to school backpack event. And the purpose of that event not only is to give back to the city of Daytona Beach, but also to educate the youth there in reading comprehension. So ideally, we're having some sensory play people, just some experts who are well versed in children, dealing with children with autism, dealing with children with ADHD, dealing with children with reading disabilities, just to come out and speak, because we really just want to emphasize to the parents out there how to better accommodate children with learning disabilities and how to better get them to read and to engage in their education for the school year. So July 30th, Daytona Beach, John H. Dickerson Center.
Oh, it's at the John H. Dickerson Center, and it's July 30th. Okay, tell us what time, Rosie.
1 to 4. I know you guys are having an event that day, but if you're wanting to get a free backpack and some school supplies,
That's okay. I don't mind promoting that because it's concerning children and the community, and it's a huge back to school event. The Dickerson Center is one of the city community centers right here in Daytona Beach, and I think that's wonderful, Rosie. So, oh, look at that!
oh, awesome.
Okay, it's free admission. It's at the John H. Dickerson Center, 308 Dr. MLK Jr. Boulevard, right here in Daytona Beach. And Rosie's having crafts and local vendors, door prizes, activities, and more. There's a toddler play area. Oh, and my favorite, food trucks. Yay!
Yes.
That is so exciting, Rosie.
Well,
And
thank
that
you
gives
guys
you
for
so much
promoting my
joy.
flyer.
Yeah, that gives us so much joy to give back, doesn't it?
Yes, it's one of my purposes of my business. I've always said it from the very beginning, is to give back. I feel like God blesses me in very many ways, and I
Yes.
feel like I can't be a blessing to myself and not be a blessing to others. So no matter what, that's my mission, to give back to the community. So that's a way for us to start in that.
I absolutely agree. That's one of the reasons why we do this show. So, what's the problem? Yeah, and the reason that we are able to allow authors like yourself and entrepreneurs and ministers to come on, and we don't charge them a fee because it's a service, and it's a way that Angie and Barty Productions and I can give something back to the community. because the more exposure that you get, Rosie, the better it's going to be.
Right.
Okay, I'm not sure what that interference was. Okay, so Rosie, it says here that you are a true Florida girl at heart.
I am. I'm never leaving.
I love it too, and I'm just going to assume here that you love the beach because I certainly love the beach.
I was gonna say yes. I love the beach. I think I realized that I'm very prone to water. So any place that has easy access to water is where I want to be at. So Florida is the place for me.
Florida is the place for me now. So what's your favorite beach, Rosie?
My favorite beach so far, I would have to say maybe St. Augustine. I think it's the cleanest beach I've been to.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's nice. I don't know. I've had good experiences there. I've been to a lot of beaches, but I think St. Augustine, yeah.
Okay. Well, my favorites are all on the west coast of Florida. It's just something about the Gulf.
Okay.
It just takes me away when I'm there.
I've
But
never been.
you've got
I
to
have to
go.
try it. Yeah. It's like I've never
Yes,
been.
you've got to go. Maybe when you come to come sit gather to the
Yeah.
conference, yeah, because it's
Mhm.
in Tampa. But I walk regularly. I try to walk at least 5 days a week. And I just really enjoy walking on the beach. It's just something about being there. I mean, the sun is there and all of this massive water and ocean. And I can't help but think about Genesis when God created the heaven and the earth and the sun and the moon and the stars. And it's just overwhelming to me. It really takes me away.
No, I agree. I think I don't know. I think there's a lot of history, a lot of stories that the water tells you. A lot of because nothing ever dies, especially water. It's all just like evaporating into the air and then comes right back. So there's so much history. There's so much energy in the water. So it's like I want to submerge myself right into it.
and so do I, Rosie. Hi, Angie B.
Hey, y'all talking about water, and I can't get enough of it. I truly can't. I appreciate this conversation, but I want to share with you guys the comments that you've received.
Okay.
First of all, Wendy York from Fired Up
Uh-huh.
and Hearts of Wellness LLC, she says she loves Siesta Key Beach.
Ooh, that's nice.
I definitely have to check out the West Coast for real.
Yes.
She says she loves Siesta Key, and that's exciting. Then I know Janicia was here. She said, hello, ladies.
Yes.
And again, Wendy said, hello, beautiful ladies. So we're reaching people with the love that you guys have in today's conversation. So,
Thank you so much, Angie B.
okay, Rosie, we're gonna be right back. We gotta go talk about the dentist, okay?
Oh.
We'll be right back. Man, I tell you, how is she old enough to have had a career before this?
I have no idea because she still looks maybe 14. I don't know. I don't get it, but Rosie's been to school for a few years.
And had a career.
Yes. She's had a couple of different careers, but she really loves being an author and publishing.
Yeah. All right, so I'm excited. I want you to tell us today's dental tip presented by Dr. Quarterman, DMD. In fact, I got some fancy new music to play just
right.
The ship break. Family
Okay.
Daytona Beach.
How about that? Family Dentistry of Daytona Beach, LLC. Dr. Robin Quarterman is the dentist, and her dental tip for today is about flossing.
Oh.
She says about 1/3 of plaque on your teeth can only be reached with floss or floss picks. In other words, brushing your teeth on a regular basis, Angie B, is not going to reach most of the plaque on your teeth.
Why you got to call my name when you say plaque? I mean,
Oh, and Dr. Quarterman says that not flossing sort of makes your mouth feel icky.
oh, mm.
Yes, so I don't believe you have that issue because you go to your dentist on a regular basis.
Yeah, but the very first dentist I went to when I arrived at Daytona Beach
Uh-huh.
was Dr. Quarterman. In fact, I think
Oh,
my husband was trying to bribe me to stay in Daytona. I got this black dentist. She like the first black female dentist in Daytona. She a
uh-huh.
Christian. You gonna love her, and I do. I do. I do.
Well, I love her as well because she just happens to be my sister.
I'm so
How about that?
proud.
Dr. Quarterman is my sister. She is blessed and highly favored. She's a believer, and she carries that belief right through her dental practice. And she has done so for close to 30 years right here in Daytona Beach, Florida. She
Wow.
is located at 244 North Frederick Avenue, Daytona Beach, Florida. And her phone number is 386 255 0238.
That is so good. Thank you, Loretha. I do appreciate you. Now, Loretha, I don't want to sound, self-servant, but can you tell everybody about the sixth annual Bold, Beautiful, Involved Beauty Bazaar?
Well, let me just say that our beloved Angie B does have an autoimmune disease. It's called alopecia.
Mm-hmm.
And she was led by none other, well, I should say she and Barty were led by none other than Donna Graybanks to create an event to bring community awareness to alopecia.
Mm-hmm.
That event is called the Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar.
Mm-hmm.
It is a weekend retreat. It starts on September 15th through September 18th right here in Daytona Beach, Florida. It is an awesome event. We start out with networking
Mm-hmm.
and s'mores
Mm-hmm.
on that Thursday. And then we go right through that Friday morning. We have workshops out on the beach. And then I understand we're having a pool party. I think we're having two pool parties.
Yeah.
One on Friday, and after the beauty bazaar, which is the huge networking alopecia awareness event that we have at the Museum of Arts and Sciences here in Daytona Beach, Florida. After that event ends around 4 p.m., we are going right back to the Aku Tiki Hotel on A1A, and we're going to have another pool party.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yay!
So,
So, if you're interested in finding out more about the Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar, please go to our website. It's boldbeautifullandbald.com.
ooh, girl, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me just brag on you for a moment. I was saying to your guest that I have seen so much growth in you just since December. And
Oh,
I'm not saying that it all started with this book, but a lot of it did start with this book. Fountain
yes,
Creatives
absolutely.
presented Fired Up, which became an international #1 bestseller. Loretha not only is featured in the book, but it helped her to launch her trauma and survivor coach ministry. And I'm so very, very proud of you. I truly, truly am. And then not only does she have the trauma and survivor coach issue going on, Loretha Simon is the pen of a ready writer. So if you need something, Rosie, if you need some wisdom, some knowledge, some experience, some comedy, some Jesus, you need to get Loretha to write a few things for you. That's certainly what I did in the Books and Besties audiobook. I asked Loretha to write a little something, something, and she did. And it's out now. It's available in the audiobook, and I'm just so proud of her. Loretha also has Lolo's social media promotion She is blowing up your book, your ministry, your event, or your business with content and comments. And I'm telling y'all, all of this has happened since December. Look at God. Loretta
Yeah.
is definitely our social butterfly. You can contact her through the email address that's at the bottom of the screen. She definitely has satisfied clients, including Angie and Barty Productions,
Mhm.
Dr. Quarterman, and Tam McRoy with management and consultative favor. But I appreciate her because she's got affordable rates and payment plans. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. So I know that working with Loretha has helped to enlarge the territory of other people.
Mhm.
Want to make mention of Sonia Niles and Divine Dove's Design.
Yes.
She is a graphic designer. Her contact information is on the screen. She has
Mhm.
not only done all of these flyers and images that you see on the screen, but she created the flyer for the brand new business event directory, VeluciaBusinessWomen.com.
Yes, she did.
Loretha helped to get Divine Dove's design going, and I'm just very excited to be with you as these things happen. So Loretha is also working alongside Wanda Julian as she
Yes.
her first show, the new TV show Contessa's Court.
Mhm.
Wanda's show will debut the first Friday in August and will air every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I forget what time that is on the West Coast, but Wanda always reminds me. Wanda's show will be aired on Facebook and YouTube, just like Loretha's show is. So
Right.
if you're watching So What's the Problem on Facebook,
Mhm.
the page, So What's the Problem TV show, and search for So What's the Problem on the Volusia Business Women YouTube page. Search for Volusia Business Women, and
Mhm.
there you will see our live events and you will see Loretha's show and Wanda Julian's show. Finally, we've got Authors for All. The virtual workshop is coming up this Saturday. If you have any children, if you have any children that you believe would do a wonderful job with writing, becoming
Mhm.
an author, they need a story to share. We have scholarships so that these children do not have to pay the $25 admission fee.
Right.
Each child will be guided as they write their story. Their story is going to be narrated and sent to back.
Mhm.
And by the time they get back to school, they'll have an audio book to sell to others.
Right.
It's not too late to register your child. We've got two more spaces. We had a sponsor that came in last night, so we've
Mhm.
got two more free spaces. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. It starts at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So, parents, if you want to sleep in a little bit and find something else for your child to do, just sit them in front of the computer and let them do a live workshop. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. We're bringing Rosie back in. I just
Hello, Rosie.
joined this conversation, ladies. Thank you so much for including me.
You're welcome. Thank you. Rosie, I started my writing career by attending one of Angie B's virtual writing workshops. That was in 2020. And I wrote a piece of my testimony called Sexual Immorality, My Confusion. And my confusion was started, Rosie, as a teen because I was raped as a teen, and so that's what my testimony is about in Fired Up. But it started at that virtual writing workshop because prior to that, I had never written anything, nothing.
And now you like to write?
Yes, now I'm a writer. My genre is Christian writing. I try to keep it in that area because if it had not been for the Lord, I just don't know where I'd be. As a matter of fact, my deliverance came at one of Dr. Burnett Rosier's women's conferences right here in Daytona Beach. And so that's another one of the reasons why I'm just so blessed that she actually invited me to give my testimony. So it's
Absolutely.
special. It's really special, Rosie. So, Rosie, what else do you do in your spare time? I know you've got other hobbies, right?
Yes, yeah, for sure. I think I would say what I enjoy to do in my spare time would be riding my bike. It's my favorite thing in the entire world.
Really?
Um, it used to be writing, but then I turned it into a job. So, uh,
Really?
yes, riding my bike is my absolute favorite thing in the entire world.
Okay, and where do you ride your bike? I mean, you just don't get on the street and ride it. You ride in parks or something like that, right?
No, you will find me in the streets riding my bike. I mean, I definitely want to explore trails for sure, but I'm very much in the city of Palm Coast. If you see a purple bike, it's me riding it everywhere and anywhere. I don't know why. I love that thing. It's funny because I was having some like, just not having a hard time, I guess, finding like the outlet for a hobby.
Uh-huh.
And then someone told me like just find a hobby, like find a stress relief. And I'm like, that's the stupid advice ever. And then I randomly stumbled upon buying my bike, and then
Oh,
literally I realized it's the best advice ever because it's
really?
my favorite thing to do.
I think that's awesome, Rosie, because it exposes you, it keeps you out there, it keeps you relevant, and I'm telling you, it keeps you healthy as well.
Yeah, honestly, I think my weight is managed mostly because of the bike riding, that cardio, which is grateful for me because I don't like to diet, so I can eat whatever I want and then go ride my bike and I'll still be okay.
Awesome, awesome. As a matter of fact, I'd like to get one of those beach bikes. You know, it's got the wider wheels.
The cruisers.
Yeah, yeah. I see people.
See, I don't think I would ride on. Would you ride on the actual beach?
Yes, I
I feel like it's
would.
a workout.
I would because I live less than 2 miles from the beach here in Daytona, and so I walk across the bridges to the beach every week. I love it, Rosie.
That's actually so awesome. That's actually so awesome. A cruiser though, I don't know. I feel like that's the sand, because you say you walk on the beach, and I feel like the sand is just an extra like layer of work.
Yeah,
And I feel like the
exactly.
more you do it, your stamina builds up. So that would be really great. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would be really
I need that, Rosie.
good.
I
True.
just I just turned 67 on Saturday. I need that,
Oh,
Rosie.
congratulations. Happy belated birthday. You look great.
Thank you, darling. I had a marvelous show last Wednesday. Angie B helped me celebrate my birthday on the air. Oh, it was great.
That's
I interviewed
awesome.
some of my joy authors. The other anthology that Angie B and I are both in is called Joy Comes in the Morning, and there are 90 authors. So
That's my God.
it was fun, Rosie.
That's actually awesome. 90 authors. That's a pretty big book.
It's a very large book. As a matter of fact, you may want to consider joining her next anthology. It's Dr. Vanessa Blackwell, and she's doing Joy 365.
Okay.
And so she's looking for 365 authors. You don't have to become an author. You will become an author once you participate. Um, but it was very exciting. So now I have two books, Rosie. I'm so
That's
excited about it.
awesome. It's
Oh,
funny because I feel like one of my goals, I don't know when, but I've written it down. I will publish my own like actual book, like not a children's book, but like a fiction novel or a novella or something of the sort. So that would probably, hopefully, joining that anthology would probably give me more
oh,
motivation to actually do that.
it absolutely will. And I don't know how much experience you've had publishing, but Dr. Vanessa Blackwell is a certified grief counselor, and she's got many books. I can't remember the exact quote, but she is just the type of publisher. She walks us through the process, Rosie, and she helps us. Her goal is for all of us to become publishers. She's teaching us how to do it. It's a lot of work,
Mhm.
Rosie.
Mhm.
It's a lot of work, but she doesn't mind sharing because she wants to retire and go into publishing. That's how much she loves the publishing part.
That's awesome. That's super
So
awesome. That'd be a great connection for me.
it would be a great connection for you, and you would be a great connection for her, Rosie.
That's awesome. Dr. Blackwell, you say?
I'll send you the link. I will be happy to share it with you. And there it is. Joy Comes in the Morning. Joy Comes in the Morning. So Angie B and I were already Amazon International best-selling authors. With Joy Comes in the Morning, I believe it went bestseller in maybe about a week's time.
That's awesome.
And she
Super.
literally guarantees you're going to become a best-selling author. So it's really interesting. Now, I think I have one or two more questions, Rosie, before we run out of time. Um, I understand that one of your favorite groups is Maverick City Music.
Yes, it is. It
I
is.
love them.
Okay, yay! Yes.
I love them.
It's my favorite band. I listen to them every single morning. It's like, it's my wake up song. Naomi Campbell is my favorite. Literally, she's just awesome. I love her voice. I love them in general. Yes.
Yeah, one of my friends was just recently at a concert with Kirk Franklin, and Maverick City Music was there. I was so hurt when I missed it. Oh,
Wow. Have you been to their concerts before?
no, not them. I've been to several Christian concerts this year, but Maverick City Music was on my list. It's still on my bucket list.
I would definitely recommend, because I went to my very first concert ever back in October when they came to Orlando, and I cried the entire concert. It was
Oh,
but it was awesome. It was uplifting. It was great, but I literally sobbed the entire time. Like the
wow.
anointing of God was definitely there. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, such a great connection. So I love watching the Christian award shows because this year they had Maverick City Music there, and I'm telling you, I think the genre of Christian music has grown
Mhm.
tremendously.
Mhm.
And I can remember a time when there wasn't much diversity, but
Mhm.
now it's overflowing with diversity. I just love it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I really do love it. It's a wonderful thing, Rosie. So, Rosie, what else would you like for my audience to know about your publishing business? Tell us whatever it is you'd like for us to know before we run out of time about all Rosie Writes Publishing.
I guess I would just say that I'm still learning. I'm definitely still learning. I am not an expert in this field by no means. There's always room for growth. But I'm genuine. I'm passionate. I love what I do. I love helping people. I'm here to support people. So the mission of my business is to help people support their brands, get out there, spread the word, market yourself. I had to learn it. Janisha went through it and she does an awesome job. Like just how Angie B says, watching you grow, I'm watching her grow and it's awesome. I have a new author under my belt, Talia Khalid. She's coming up publishing a children's book. So that's awesome. So I just, I think people should just take the jump and dive and go for it and do it. And you'll be very surprised where it'll take you. I feel like I'll always be your number one supporter. So if you book with me, you have a lifelong partner who's going to ride for you.
A great lifelong partner. And what I'd like to also let my audience know is that I am going to be interviewing Rosie's author. Her name is Janisha Taylor Forrester Taylor, and she's going to be my guest on next week's show. And that is Thursday, July 21st at 7 p.m.
I'm excited for her.
I'm excited for her too, and I'm sure she's excited. I recall the very first time I did an interview with my fired up publisher, Rosie. I was so nervous. I was so nervous, Rosie. But after it was over, I couldn't figure out why because I'm really chatty. But ever since then, it's just go, 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 go. It doesn't even bother me anymore. I can just sit here and just, as long as you do your prep, you need
Right.
to know who it is that you're interviewing. You can't
Right.
just come on and make things up. You can't
Right.
make stuff up.
Right.
So this has just been so exciting, Rosie. Just getting to know a little bit more about Rosie Basquin.
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate the platform, your time, letting me be on the show, promote myself, promote my event. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You are so welcome, and you will have access to this show. You'll be able to share it. Angie B and Barty download it on the YouTube channel.
Perfect.
And so it's a great marketing tool because marketing is a lot of work.
Oh my God, yes. Full-time job.
It really is, but you're going to get out of it what you put into it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so all Rosie Writes Publishing, let me tell you all again what they provide. She does consulting, writing, marketing, publishing, content writing, copywriting, and ghost writing.
Yes. Yeah. I'm like literally just a giant umbrella of your one-stop shop for all things books and marketing and promoting
Yes,
yourself, promoting your business.
yes, she really is. And it has just been so wonderful having you on, Rosie. Thank you so much again. I'm not sure how much time we have, but oh, here comes Angie B.
Yeah, I just want to say, baby Rosie, that I've learned so much. Learned
Thank
so much.
you.
And I know that VelutiaBusinessWomen.com, we truly need to write a newsletter,
Uh-huh.
and we haven't been getting around to it. So afterwards, if you don't mind, put the newsletter together for us at VelutiaBusinessWomen.com. That would be great.
We do need some help with that. And just let me make one more shameless plug for VelutiaBusinessWomen.com. Angie B and I are not only community leaders, but we're co-founders of a fantastic website. It's called VelutiaBusinessWomen.com. And we have a great announcement we're going to be making because now we have a store.
Oh,
Yay.
I want to go take a look, Rose,
Awesome.
because my audiobooks are there. Fired Up is there. Joy Comes in the Morning is there.
and Rosie, if you list your backpack giveaway event, Loretha and I come on and we announce it. So we promote your event that you
Oh, yes.
on the website. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes. It's
Okay,
called
I'll
Media
definitely check it
Mentor.
out.
So,
Only
Absolutely.
$10.40.
Thank you.
You can't beat it. Only $10 for an event. Our website is very affordable, Rosie, because we also use that platform to give things back to the community.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
Great.
Rosie, thank you so much. I appreciate
Absolutely.
this time with you. We're going to let you go. And
I will definitely touch. I truly appreciate you both. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rosie. It was great.
Oh, she is delightful. I can't wait till next week. You said that her author is okay. I'll get all that ready.
Oh, yeah. Janisha Forrester Taylor. We'll see you next Thursday, Janisha.
Yeah, because we still got people that don't think they can write a book. So
Imagine that. I used to be on that train, but now I am not.
you're not on that train no more.
No, darling. No, it took off. Authors for All virtual writing workshop. Trust me, it works.
Thank you, sweetheart. So that's the one that we're doing for the kids this
Yep.
Saturday at noon.
Yes.
And I know earlier I said, parents, if you want to sleep in, you can, but I really don't want you to. I want you to, be in earshot of what we're talking about,
Uh-huh.
how we're going to do this. Because I tell you, let me show you. Loretha has done so many audiobooks. I need to make a bigger flyer for her. She has done the fatherhood audiobook of her thoughts and feelings about the man, and that came up during the pandemic. Then she also did the single sage struggle. I mean, every time I turn around, Loretha got something else that she has done. And I'm excited for you, Loretha, because like you said, it is available now on VelutiaBusinessWomen.com. You have your personalized URL there, affordable website.
Yes, I do.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much. I'll be posting that this week.
Okay. So if it is the Lord's will, He's gonna let us come back together again.
Yes.
And I truly enjoyed this time with you, my friend.
I certainly have as well. And my last word is from Proverbs chapter 3, verse 6. In all your ways, acknowledge him. Good night. Thank you.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
see, there's just one thing I would like to know. What's the problem? What's the problem? Tell me, what's your problem? So what's the problem? Five, four, three, two, one. What's the problem? Tell me, what's the problem? So what's the problem? Tell me. Five, four, three, two, one. So what's the problem? Tell me. I wanna know. Oh, tell me. So what's the problem? I wanna know. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So what's the problem? Tell me. I wants to know.